Hey, welcome back, multifamily investors. We're looking at last week's closed deals in the 5 counties that I watch in Western Washington. Kind of a lot, actually. Usually I see about 10 or a dozen, but this is almost 2 dozen deals that closed, ranging from 475 duplexes, of course, probably, to 4.8 million deal in Shoreline. I think it's about a 20-unit apartment deal. So I'll just go through this real quick, but want to give you some sense of what's trading, what's being sold. How long are they staying on the market? There's a couple stragglers out here over 100 days, but you can still see a lot of single-digit deals or something, maybe even a month or two. But even the 4.8 deal, that only was on the market 3 days, full price. So most of these duplexes that sold were all conventional or FHA buyers, except this one in Spanaway. Well, we'll get to that. I'll show you. That was an all-cash buyer. So first one first. Just to give you a sense of what's being sold, what price. Again, this is Bremerton, Kitsap County. One was listed for 475, sold for 475. One in Olympia, listed for 539, sold full price. One in Tacoma, listed for 550, sold for 540. This one in Spanaway, listed for 564, sold a little over for 571. I think they asked for a credit back. So that's what we do sometimes in these offers, is to either help buy down the rate or preserve your cash for not dumping it all in closing costs. You ask for a credit back. And these were a two property deal. Same buyer bought both of these duplexes for 571. This one in Tacoma, this was a triplex for 580, sold for 580. This one in Tumwater sold over asking for 600. This one, multiple offers. This was a multiple offer situation. Nice 2-bed, 1-bath each side. University Place is a decent area. List for 617, sold for 650 to the winning buyer. This one in Poulsbo, we don't see a lot out in Poulsbo, actually. This was a rare one. That's a great area. I like it out there a lot. List for 695, sold for 675. So you're kind of getting far out from the core, Seattle Tacoma core, but it's a great spot. Gig Harbor, this is, about what I expected to see this thing close at. I thought 770 was quite a bit. Ended up selling for 720, and that's kind of what we would expect for a decent townhome style duplex in Gig Harbor. Anywhere between like 680 to 725-ish. So pretty in line with the market. This one up in Snohomish County, in the city of Snohomish, was listed for 775, sold for 740. This is the all-cash deal. I'm not sure why anyone would not leverage a little bit, but who knows, to each his own. Maybe they don't like debt. This was a 750 cash purchase for just 2 units in Spanaway, 3-bed, 2.5-bath. It could be anything from a 1031 buyer to some rich parents just buying their kids a place to live on one side, not wanting debt. Who knows? If I had 750, I wouldn't be paying cash for a duplex in Spanaway. Let me just tell you that. This in Seattle was listed for 799, went for 810. This one in Seattle as well, 785, sold for 816. You can see this stuff is still pretty warm, pretty active. This one in Tacoma, North Tacoma, which is a nicer neighborhood. It was a single family with an ADU, 875, sold for 850. This one I knew was a pretty decent deal at $1 million, and I think this buyer got a pretty good deal at 980. It was actually sold by a commercial broker that usually does bigger deals. But one of my clients, we looked at this. We actually made a play for another deal in Tacoma, though, for 1.1. But I think for this quality of a property and become part of Lakewood there, I think 980 was a pretty good deal. This client bought both of these. They're 2 facing fourplexes in Kent, and the buyer bought both and that's probably got a quantity discount because they bought both of them. You'll see the other one. That's this one. So they're facing each other. Bought them both for 1.15. Conventional, though. Didn't say cash or 1031. This one, Kenmore, was listed for 1.5, sold for 1.475, just under that. This in Seattle. I can't believe this. This is a Magnificent apartments consist of a triplex and a standalone townhouse in back. I think this was a cash buyer for 1.6. This one up in Ballard, basically sold. It's a triplex, sold for almost asking. Another one for $2,050,000, sold for $2 million. This was a 2468 unit property, built in the 50s. That's not too bad of a price for that. I mean, it's sold in that's not 476, probably meant to be 4.76. And you've got a good mix there of 3 2s and 5 1-bedrooms. That's depending on how much work it needed. I don't recall ever seeing how much it needed in terms of the units being turned over or a total value add deal, but $2 million is not a bad price for that area for that many units. And then this one in Shoreline, the 20 unit, sold for asking. So, and that's sold on a 4.1 cap. So you're wondering, like, how are these deals getting done, or why are they getting done if they're being financed? Most likely they're cash 1031 buyers. So, or they have a plan in place, right? They're going to get this thing turned around and remodeled. So there you have it. 23 investors taking action. A lot of those are probably house hackers, I bet. Oops, sorry. We go here. Most of these are probably going to be house hackers, except for this 751 that paid all cash. But there's opportunities to be had. These ones, especially that sit for these, you see triple digits on the days on market. There's an opportunity there for sure. I almost can guarantee it. All right. Thank you for watching.